EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On one, ready?
Quickly to the air is Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. Big strides, look at him go. And down to the 27-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 49 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27.
First down, Bengals.
Here's Higgins out of the right side. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9.
Gun.
Now it's Burrow. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
11. Right, 80. 12.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Chase Brown, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Bengals defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. First down, here's Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Ravens at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Bell. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. So problems with Eric passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Hey, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go. 11 MT tape.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
24-yard gain on the play.
Now Burrow. That's to his tight end all. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Bengals first down.
Here we go.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ballard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go.
To the air again, Burrow. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The drive will start with an option going left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. They go play action with Jackson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
On 1.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
11.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On 1, ready?
This 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 11 MT.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time, but nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Burrow will throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
On 1, ready?
2nd and 10.
Gun.
Now it's Burrow. Now he's going to step up and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Yeah, he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Come on, ready?
2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Wide 8, 12, 12, 12. Shot.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Burrow looking to pass. Now he'll tuck this and run. Call it a loss of 16 there. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a first down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson to throw. Quick hitter here is complete. And he will have the Ravens first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. The throw out line going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Jackson now. And Walker has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Throwing is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
Jackson will keep it. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action. Edwards will score. Touchdown. Baltimore. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Their own 28-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Looking deep here for Chase. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A good tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, Mark, here in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On the draw, here's Mitchell. Well, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second down and a yard. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this third quarter. On his loop for the extra point. Makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Bengals 10.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And running with power here. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup of 38.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Here we go, here we go. 12. Can.
Now it's Burrow. Man open left side is Brown. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. So first and 10 now from the 30. They go play action with Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Ja'Marr Chase, 29 yards. And the Bengals have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth. And who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there?
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
10 black. Ready.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. To throw is Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Going deep for Walker. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Burrow on play action. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Throw left side complete. That's Ballard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
11. Let's get set. Stop.
Now Burrow. Get this out to his running back, Pele. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sent back at the 38. Mike Green, his second sack of the night. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they get him down before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Going deep for Walker. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Luke now for the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter.
That's the score. Ravens 21.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Gun.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll try to pick it up himself. And avoids the contact by sliding. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give real credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Now he's going to step up and run, and he'll just get rid of it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He had him there open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. When you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
11.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Jackson. That is caught. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At the 42-yard line.
Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they run on first down.
I like it. I like the call. It's still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Brings up second and 5.
Now second and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80.
Burrow. He finds his man complete. It's Ballard. And he's out of bounds, so give him about 9 as that stops the clock. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Brings up second and a yard.
Burrow. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And a terrific return. This thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Baltimore, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.